Hi everyone, this week on Your Closet Case we are talking about bullying, so I'm going to start this off by talking about what has happened to me in the situation and then basically how I ended up dealing with it. So if you do not want to hear slurs or talk about bullying, please go to the description below and I'll put a time that you can just skip all this for. Okay, so bullying for me didn't start until I got to high school, and I went to a high school that had just under 1,000 kids at it, so it's pretty small. I lived in a pretty small town. A big thing for everyone to call me was basically a dyke. It was really the only word that really bothered me to be called. Being called like a queer and a fag and stuff like that, and just being called gay, I got over. In grade 11 and stuff like that, I was kind of identifying as genderqueer to just people in LGBTQ spaces. But grade 12 was the year that I decided I could not live the way I was living before and I needed to have people respect my gender identity and everything. I got a lot of harassment. There's a lot of people who would just ignore the fact that I was even talking in class. Some of the teachers were really amazing and would stick up for me and everything like that, and other teachers were kind of just confused about why I would even bother trying to be the way that I am. I was told if I wanted to stop the bullying that I needed to stop acting so gay. Though throughout high school and coming out and everything, I never once lost one of my best friends. I did lose a lot of people who were my friends or acquaintances. I was lucky because I had a lot of friends that were supportive, and I had a lot of, I'm going to say, aggressive friends. So they would not put up with anybody talking any type of shit about me. Two of my guy friends, they're both like pretty big guys as well, and they were on the football team and stuff like that. So they told me if I ever had an issue with anybody that I should give them their names and they'd take care of it for me. I don't personally believe in violence fixing anything, so that never came up, but still, if anyone said anything bad, they just gave them a good talking to. So how I dealt with bullying, I don't think I handled it the best way, and I know a lot of people just say go to your teachers, go to an authority figure and make them sort it out. Instead, I kind of just got really aggressive back. So I don't know, if somebody would call me like a fag or whatever, I'd be like, yeah, what's up? Like, it's not an insult, why are you like calling me over? Like, what's up? Sort of thing. I kind of carried that on to when people would be calling something gay, so they'd be like, oh man, this test is so gay. I'd be like, really? What's gay about it? Tell me more about how this page is homosexual, like, and it just got super aggressive in that way. If people were talking shit about me, I'd just straight up be like, hey, what's your problem? And I think really the reason why I kind of got this attitude of aggressively approaching anybody was just basically I was so sick of it, and I never, because it was all happening in the school, I never felt like there was a risk of anybody physically harming me. And I always walked home with somebody, like there's never an instant where I would be alone where they could attack me or something like that. I think it's important that if you are bullied, clearly your school is going to have some sort of thing in place. You should check that out for benefit, but really what I want to say right now is it's important to find some way to deal with it internally. I'm not talking about consequences for the people that are doing it. They definitely need to have consequences and stuff like that, but I think it's also important that you as an individual get help so that you don't have this constant fear, because I think that's been like something that has gone on with me now that I'm in college. Nobody has bullied me in college for being gay because nobody cares, because now I'm like in a big city and everyone's used to it and stuff like that, but I do find it was hard to make friends. When I was approaching people in my class, I was like, okay, here we go again, like here's gonna be people judging me for who I am, great, a whole new list of people that are gonna be stupid towards my identity and stuff like that, but none of that happened, and I think it's important to find a way to realize that not everybody is going to be as awful as what you experience in high school. Find people like you. There's always going to be like a gay straight alliance and stuff like that where you can all meet together and figure out how you're going to change the atmosphere of your school. A lot of hate against the LGBTQ community you will find is basically related back to not understanding it. So these people don't understand that you're a person just like them. I'm not saying you have to take on the job of educating every single asshole that's ever going to be rude to you. But take that in consideration that when you're facing these problems that's probably what it's from. And I think that's the easiest way to find a way of fighting bullying, is to find out why it's happening in the first place and then have a way to counteract that. But yeah, that's just my point of view on this, so I'll see everyone next week.